welcome back to Crypto Strategies with Chris. My name is Chris. So let's jump into the market and some extra news that I want to share with you today. Alright everyone, if you were to jump into the markets today, you would see that the Fear and Greed Index is at a 48. I believe it was like yesterday or 2 days ago, it was in the 50s. So it's crazy how we are still neutral and we went down a couple of points, which is okay. So a lot of people are believing that October is on its way. So if you have the extra money and you are looking to invest into some kind of cryptocurrency or whatever it is, if you've been planning, in my opinion, now's the time. You want to get in before we start taking off to the moon. Whatever project you may be doing. Not financial advice, just my opinion. But fear and greed, we are neutral, and I believe we will start to get in the green pretty soon. You can see Bitcoin, 64,000. It did reach 65,000 a little earlier today. At least my notification showed me that. But it's doing decent. Ethereum, 2,600, which is pretty good. BNB, almost 600, and that just kind of most of the top 10. Toncoin, I'm surprised Cardano is still in the top 10. Strong community because there hasn't been very much going on in Cardano, and everyone's pretty much green except for XRP for the last 7 days at least. So XRP is kind of struggling. So of course we got to check on Kaspa. How is Kaspa doing? Kaspa is right here. It is above Pepe, which is great. You definitely want Kaspa, which is a great utility coin token, and it's like the fastest layer 1 out there, and it's proof of work. You definitely want that above a meme coin. So I'm glad that it is. For the 7 days, it's down about 7%, which is okay. We're sitting at about 16 cents, but the market cap's still holding on to that $4 billion mark. What I'm really excited for and been happy is BitTensor, because for the 7 days, it's had a pump to about 38%, which is great because I was buying around the low 200, 230, and so I'm pretty happy. I need to check to see why it pumps so much so that I know if it's not so much to buy the rumor, sell the news, but I'm pretty happy with where I'm at right now. So that's it for this market watch. Let's check out what's going on in the Kaspa ecosystem. So if you were to go to the X page for the Kaspa currency, you can see that about 2 to 3 days ago they had an event at Dublin on 9/24. So we're going to check that out, but I wanted to show you this video too. The founder of Kaspa, Jonathan Sapolinski, is going to be speaking at the OS CryptoCon 2024. So that wasn't much of a trailer, but just the fact of Jonathan Sapolinski being on there and that he's going to be one of the main speakers on there, that's pretty enough. That's really all you need is Jonathan. I mean, come on. If you get a chance to go speak to him or just hang out with him, that's pretty cool. And it looks like it's pretty cheap. So you can start at a 2-day pass from around $80, so that's pretty cool. So what I want to check out is this article by the Kaspa Industrial Initiative. So some of the things that I like was, of course, they had great speakers. Shai was there, and then I believe this guy's name is Michael Sultan. And one of the main things they were focusing on was harnessing standard energy, a sustainable use of proof of work. So they are working on trying to show the world that the proof of work can be used for good. Instead of viewing proof of work as an energy drain, Kaspa is taking a different approach, turning standard renewable energy into digital assets, which is pretty cool. This process not only helps local communities monetize their surplus renewable energy, but also drives global economic growth through digital energy markets. It's an exciting intersection of technology and sustainability, and it demonstrates how decentralized systems can contribute to a cleaner future. So that's kind of one of their main points. Another thing that I liked about this article was this. So what Warp Core is doing, they are building connection between decentralized and traditional finance systems. And Warp Core is the bridge that makes this possible. Warp Core integrates Kaspa. So what Warp Core is doing, they are trying to build a connection between decentralized and traditional finance systems. This means they're going to try to integrate Kaspa with the global financial system through compliance with ISO 20022, the standard used in financial messaging around the world. So we thought the ISO narrative was dead. It got hyped up, I believe, in the year 22, and it was huge. Everyone was buying in like Quan, XRP, and Algorand, all these different projects that seem to be ISO approved. And so it kind of just died down. Once AI came out, it just took ISO away. But here it looks like Kaspa is getting integrated into the ISO 20022 system. So maybe ISO's not dead. Maybe they are still working on it, and it's just kind of behind the scenes. It's kind of low right now. So if Kaspa really truly gets integrated, that's going to be huge for Kaspa. Kaspa will definitely explode. Will definitely be hitting that $1 mark and more, in my opinion. Then you can read down here, ISO 20022 compliance. Warp Core enables Kaspa to seamlessly interact with traditional banking systems by adhering to ISO 20022, the global standard for financial messaging used by institutions in over 70 countries. This is not about simply ticking a box, it's about ensuring that Kaspa can speak the language of global finance. And they even talk something about ISO 24165 digital token identifiers. Warp Core provides a standardized system for identifying Kaspa's digital tokens, ensuring transparency, traceability, and audibility, essential for building trust and meeting regulatory requirements. So this is great news. This shows that Kaspa is growing. It's not just staying the same. And since they do, in my opinion, solve the trilemma, then it needs to be used around the world and it needs to be tested around the world. So that the fact that they are joining this ISO narrative and that they can be used as a proof of work, that's pretty insane. That means we're definitely hitting a market cap of 20 billion or more. Like, we're not gonna just hit $1. We will hit more if all of these things check out and it works. And the integration of Kaspa to the ISO becomes legit. All right, so that's the news I wanted to share with you today. So let's go ahead and check out the KRC20 tokens. So of course, Nacho's at 55 million market cap. So Nacho's doing pretty great. Hey, it looks like they're at 0%. They're pretty much flatlining right now. So they're doing pretty well. Kaspi, they're at about a 7 million market cap, up 75%. I do believe like a day or two ago, they did dump. So I don't know what happened. There was just probably a big sell-off. KASPER, I think it's still number 2 at 7,900,000. So I think they're still number 2. They're doing decent, up 7%. Nocha, oh wow, up 137%. So Nocha's doing pretty good. I did hear that if Nocha can hit 5 million market cap, that Nacho might actually do some kind of collaboration or partner with them. So if that is true, if they can hit a 5 million market cap on their own, and then they get the support of Nacho, that could be something good. It's always a risk. It's definitely a risk because Nocha is just so new. And really the main project is Nacho. So I don't really know how much Nocha can take from Nacho. So we'll just see what happens. Yanni up 92%, so that's pretty good. Ghoad, they are sitting about a 7 million market cap. Ghoad has been doing pretty good though recently. Like let's check their charts out. So you can see like from the beginning, of course it got some support here, then it bounced up. And again, it's hitting this support line and it's bouncing up. So it looks like even right here, we may be creating a higher low, which is pretty great. I don't know what happened here. I don't know if, I guess there was just some kind of big sell that happened, but it quickly bounced up and it recovered. So that's pretty good. I am liking Ghoad. And let's see, is there any other crazy moves? We got Dalma, 113. I don't know what project that is. Perry, I was hearing a lot about them. They're down 36%, but that graph looks horrible. What is going on there? Dang, there was a big sell-off. Yeah, I'm not holding any, and I'm not gonna get in any, so yeah, sorry if anybody was in that and they're still holding. I'm sorry. Hopefully you can recover. Alright, so that's all that's kind of sticking out to me right now. Everything else is kind of doing decent. Kaspa, they're about down 7%, but they still have a good market cap of that, so that's decent. Alright, so I'm going to go over a couple of projects they kind of just came out of nowhere, so I just kind of want to share with you. The first one is Conan of Kaspa. Now, this is getting a lot of hype because this is the dog inspired by the fearless Special Forces hero. loyalty, courage, and unstoppable energy. It looks like they're doing decent. They just barely started in September and they have 675 followers. So they're doing decent right now. Another one that showed up last night was Copa, or last night or 2 days ago. So this guy, Joey Hickson, he was teasing about a CASP project, and then the next day he tweeted what it was, and it's this guy, Copa. He looks like a Mario Kart kind of person. I think that's where it's kind of from. I don't know. I haven't really looked too much into it, but from what I have been hearing is that it's not doing so good. Even though this guy, Joey Hickson, he has a lot of followers, 158 followers, so he has some kind of influence, but I heard it just wasn't doing so great after all. If you were to look at Koopa's chart, you can see how it is a downtrend, definitely. It was up here and people were just selling. Doesn't look like much buyers are happening right now. So I would be wary of that. You never want to jump into a hype from some kind of influencer, because most likely they're just going to dump on you. And it looks like that's kind of what's happening. Hopefully it can recover for those who bought, but we'll see. And so another announcement I want to show you is Ghoad. So we have been approved on a bigger exchange. Unfortunately, we cannot announce. However, we are signing the contract in 2 days. It's the gate of Tier 1 exchanges. Stay tuned, Ghoad is soon unleash its ghostly powers. We are Kaspa's mascot. So that's pretty cool. Ghoad, they are consistently and they're just always working. I am in their Telegram and I am in their Discord. And their founder, Hunter, he's just constantly involved with the community and he's just constantly letting us know what is happening step by step. He's very transparent. So I really like that this founder is so involved with us, because if it was a scam or if it was some kind of project that's not going to make it, the founder's not going to put so much energy. They're just going to post like, hey, hype this, hype that, and then just leave it at that. But this dude is really working. So I appreciate that from any kind of founder. If there's any kind of founder on some kind of project and they are working and really being in the trenches with the community, that's a solid project. So I appreciate that very much. So we'll see what the announcement is. We'll see if it sounds like it's the gateway to a Tier 1 exchange. So that means there's a lot of liquidity on that exchange. So if you're holding Ghoad and it gets launches on this exchange, probably millions, 2 billions of money is going to flow into Ghoad, and that could be really good. Hopefully it's not another SOMPS situation with LBank. It looks like LBank just kind of dumped on the SOMPS community, so I don't appreciate that. Alright everyone, it looks like we got some breaking news. Huge announcement. KASPER has officially signed with XT Exchange. We're beyond excited to announce that KASPER has partnered with xt.com as our first exchange. Total supply, they have the launch type, no pre-minting. Over 600 million users worldwide, ranked in the top 40 of global exchanges, supports 500 plus tokens, trading volume over 1 billion, which is pretty good, 24/7 customer service, a trusted platform for secure and high-speed transactions. A deposit of 10K USD will be given tonight and integration with xt.com will begin. The next chapter for Kaspa is here. Stay tuned for more updates and let's keep rising. So let's check out the XT exchange, and it looks like they have 371.2 thousand followers, which is pretty good. I have personally never used this exchange before, so I will check it out to see what it is about. But that is great news for KASPER, the Ghost of Kaspa, because they are making a lot of progress and now they will finally be listed. And honestly, this is what's going to separate the legit projects from the not legit project. So if a KRC20, because right now it's hard to have a DEX because Kaspa cannot have a true DEX. A way you can kind of figure out which projects are legit are the ones that are going to be on exchanges versus the ones that are not. Because when you launch a project, you really need to figure out all these details and how you're going to excel your project versus just throwing out a project and hoping that it grows. KASPER, they're planning. Ghoad, they're constantly planning, and they have been building every step of the way. Even they have Ghoad. And so these projects I appreciate because they are letting the projects, they are letting the community know how they're gonna get to their goal. So I appreciate that. So that's why I'm involved in these. I hold Ghoad and I hold KASPER and I hold some other coins too. If you enjoyed this video or you like this style, please leave a comment down below. Let me know your feedback. Press that like button, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now, friends.